I'll start with the LUSH R&B Hair Moisturizer as a leave-in. Like I said in previous videos, you only need a little. A little goes a long way. So I'll use about this much. And this is actually probably more than needed on each side. And I'll just work that through. And about the same on the other side. Alright. Now I'm going to take some jojoba oil, about a quarter size. And just put it throughout my hair. So it's already like parted roughly throughout the middle. So I just put this side up. And I like to start at the back. And I'm going to try not to use like a comb just because it makes the parts a little more defined and noticeable when you take out your hair. So I'll finger part about this much in the back. And I'll put the top section up. So detangle again. So I'll take about this much. Can you see? I'll take about this much gel. Not a lot, about a quarter size for each section. Just barely coating, enough to cover all of the hair. And detangle. I'm using this detangler, has my little hairs in there, but I love it. It's like one of my favorite products or things to use. So I'm going to take the end of this Flexi Rod, place it on the top of my hair, and just start rolling the hair around without moving the Flexi Rod. Just want to roll the hair and make sure you're twisting the hair as you're going around. And then I'm just going to take a little jojoba oil and seal in those ends. And then you want to take the end piece and fold the Flexi Rod up. Then close the piece at the top. And so there's this side. I like to do 3 on each side, or maybe 4 on one side, depending on where my part is. Today I'm going to try a middle part, so I'm just going to try to do 3 on each side and see how that goes. So something new for me also. Eco Styler. And some people like to twist a certain way, like away from the face and toward the face. I really don't have a preference, but you can find what works best for you. And I like to keep them like equal parts away, so no spacing between the rod. You make sure you twirl the hair as you're pulling your hair around the rod. You want to make sure you're actually turning your hair and not the rod. A little jojoba oil, seal the ends. Bring the end of the Flexi Rod up, and then bring the top of the Flexi Rod down. And really, Flexi Rods, it's just up to you. You could put them in your hair however you want to space them, however thick you want. I think the best advice I can say is do it a few times in different ways and see what works for you, because sometimes I feel like when I do them the most random ways, or if I'm rushing, they actually turn out like really good. So sometimes I feel like the more random, the better. Make sure you detangle if your hair is drying, just so you make sure it's smooth when you're wrapping your hair around the rod. Jojoba oil on the ends. Seal the end by lifting the Flexi Rod up, and seal the top by lifting it, pushing the Flexi Rod down. Seal the top, seal the bottom. Jojoba oil. And seal the Flexi Rod. So I have 4 on this side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's okay to add a little gel or oil to your hair as you go. It starts to get a little dry. A little jojoba oil. Seal the ends. Seal the Flexi Rod that's up. And seal the top of the Flexi Rod. Press down. That's it. Hey guys, so welcome back. I have set under the dryer for about 45 minutes. My bonnet dryer. Ideally, I would like to sit under for like an hour. Maybe not. I mean, they feel pretty dry. If they're not 100% dry, then that's totally okay. As long as they're like 90% dry, it should be fine. So I'll start with the back ones. Usually I just go through all of them to undo the bottom. I'll put like a dime size of jojoba oil. Really small amount, just to make sure my hands are moisturized. And how I take them out, I just grab the piece from the bottom and I just wrap it around opposite of how I put them on. And I do the same for all of them, just unwrapping them. Start from the bottom, make sure your hands have oil on them, and just unwrap. And so this side is done. And unwrap. This one's a little thicker just because it was more hair in that one. And it's still a little damp also. And like I said earlier, I usually like to let them air dry, so I know they're dry, like 100% dry. If I start off with wet hair, I'll let them air dry for like the whole day. And unwrap, last one. Alright, and for the last step, I'm just gonna run my fingers through my hair and kind of comb it out. And like I said, my hair is really like not all the way dry, but that's fine, which means it'll actually get bigger. But as you can see, like my waves are really defined. So here's the final look. Normally, to keep it up, I'll just put a bonnet on at night and sleep on it like this and refluff it in the morning. It's really soft. If you want, you can always roll your hair at night with fewer Flexi Rods. That works. Sometimes if my definition falls, or if I just want it to be like refreshed, I'll do it like the second or third night to make this style last a little longer. But other than that, you can always pineapple your hair. That may work. I actually don't like pineapple in my hair because the back gets tangled or the middle gets tangled. So usually what works best for me is just putting a bonnet on, putting it to the back, putting a bonnet on, and refluffing it in the morning. You can do whatever works best for you, and you can play around with the part. If you guys are like iffy about your edges or particular about your edges, which I'm really not, you can always put edge control. I'm gonna actually put my part a little over, and that's the final look. Hope you guys enjoy. Bye.